Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today LPCN just filed an 8K, and I am seeing a key event that matters. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. Lipocine hosted a key opinion leader event to discuss their drug for postpartum depression, LPCN 1154. And the presentation is now public. This filing is from Lipocine Incorporated, a biotechnology company focused on developing treatments in areas with significant unmet medical needs. They are reporting on an event where they highlighted their work on postpartum depression and the clinical profile of their drug candidate, LPCN 1154. The main point of this 8K filing is to share the presentation from a recent virtual event. This event featured key opinion leaders, basically experts in the field, discussing the problems that still need better solutions in treating postpartum depression. The company also used this event to talk about the potential of their drug LPCN 1154. They are saying that a link to this presentation is available on their website. This event took place on the 12th of June 2026. This is important because it means they are keeping investors and the public updated on the progress and potential of their drug development programs. Lipocine Inc., known by its ticker LPCN on the Nasdaq stock market, is a smaller biotech company with a market capitalization of around $19 million and a current stock price of $2.26 as of early June 2026. They are in the development stage of bringing new medicines to market. Looking at recent news, Lipocine has been active. They had an event about postpartum depression and LPCN 1154, which is exactly what this filing is about. Earlier in 2026, there was positive news about their phase 3 data being accepted for presentation at a major medical meeting, and an analyst maintained a buy rating with a price target of $15. However, they also faced a setback in April when a phase 3 trial missed its target, causing the stock to tumble. Interestingly, around that same time, the CEO, Mahesh Patel, bought some shares. This mix of news shows the volatility and high stakes typical for biotech companies in clinical development. The company is based in Utah, and their stock is traded on the Nasdaq under the symbol LPCN. They are focused on areas where treatments are limited, and postpartum depression certainly fits that description. The drug candidate they are discussing, LPCN 1154, is being presented as a potential solution. Lipocine's common stock is listed on the Nasdaq. Given the company's size and stage of development, these kinds of events and the information shared in them are crucial for investors to understand the company's prospects. Now, to give you some context, the biotech world is all about advancing drug candidates through various stages of testing, hoping for regulatory approval and market success. For smaller companies like Lipocine, a single drug success or failure can have a massive impact on its valuation and future. Postpartum depression is a serious condition affecting many new mothers, and any effective new treatment that can reach the market would be significant. The fact that they are conducting events with key opinion leaders suggests they believe they have something promising to show. The information in this filing, particularly the presentation itself, which is being furnished as an exhibit, will likely detail the clinical data and the unmet needs they are trying to address. This is where investors and analysts will look for signs of potential efficacy and market fit. It is a way for Lipocine to disseminate important information beyond just a press release, offering a more in-depth look at their development program for LPCN 1154. The filing also points to Exhibit 99.1, which contains the actual presentation. This is normally where the meat of the story is, detailing scientific data, market analysis, and the company's strategy. While we do not have the content of that presentation here, the fact that it is being filed with the SEC indicates its importance to the company's ongoing disclosures. The date of this report, the 12th of June 2026, marks the official filing of this information. The company is required to report material events like this in a timely manner. Looking at the overall picture for Lipocine, it is a classic small biotech story. They have a potentially valuable drug candidate in LPCN 1154, aimed at a significant medical need. However, they have also experienced clinical trial setbacks and stock price volatility. The key opinion leader event and the furnishing of the presentation suggest they are pushing forward with LPCN 1154, aiming to build confidence in its potential, especially after the recent trial miss. This is their chance to reframe the narrative and highlight the strengths of their drug in addressing postpartum depression. My biggest concern is how this event and presentation will be received by the market. After the recent trial miss, there is likely skepticism. The company needs to effectively communicate the positive aspects of LPCN 1154 and convince experts and investors of its value proposition. What I am actually looking for is how the clinical data presented in Exhibit 99.1 addresses the concerns raised by the missed endpoint in the previous trial, and if it genuinely offers a better treatment option for postpartum depression. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded. If you found this analysis helpful, like, subscribe, and join our Discord in the description.